Okay, we are back for round 3. We kept this hand before Inquisition, drew into Inquisition, and looks like we're playing Storm. So let's just go ahead and let's just get a Godless Shrine now. I don't think this is Merfolk. 2 life, yeah, it could be a control deck, but either way, actually not Thoughtseize. We're going to Inquisition first. Yeah, hopefully we can turn this tournament around a little bit. You guys got to see some interesting, frustrating games here. There's the Graveshot Ritual. Alright, so we'll be able to take gifts later. Still learning really what the issue is here. I guess if we think about taking Graveshot is they usually, if they're going off, they're going to be doing Past in Flames, which Graveshot in the graveyard's still not bad, but I guess it's still okay. I don't know. I know they don't run too many Graveshots, so I guess better in the graveyard than their hand. Usually Manamorphose is a pretty safe bet to take, especially with one of their Electromancers or Brawl out, but I do have a path for one of those guys if they draw that, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the Graveshot, and then we'll play a Virtue, hope to draw Lingering Souls, or Bitter Blossom's fine. Spectral is great, of course, although we don't have the triple white for it. It's part of why I wanted a Godless Shrine, so we could do Liliana or Spectral Procession. Liliana would be phenomenal, actually. It's probably what we really want. I've found myself more and more really wishing I had more token makers, which makes me wonder if maybe I've started to overcorrect a little too far on the grindy side of this deck. Kind of weird fetching for a mountain and not just playing the Spirebluff Canal. Because this will be untapped anytime. This, if he draws another one, then they'll be tapped in the future. Okay, Sorin's not bad at all. And I guess next turn they can Ritual into Gifts, so let's just go ahead and Thoughtseize now. I'd like to use my mana a little better, but I don't want them doing that. Okay, I just drew a land since then. Get rid of gifts, play planes, build a path their creature if they get draw one of those. Yeah, I really don't want them getting value off the gifts ungiven. Alright, so as soon as I can, I'm going to do this. Unfortunately, oh, we passed priority, huh? And unlike casting Path to Exile on a Birds of Paradise or a Mana Elf, where you're giving them a land, so it's kind of neutral. Oh, brutal. In this case, these creatures represent much more mana than just the one land. or sorry, just the 1 mana, because they get 1 mana per spell, like per ritual, Manamorphose, Remand, all that stuff. So it's... They do get a land, but those creatures are... The reason they're so good in this deck is they give them 2, 3, up to infinite mana per turn. So play that, and then we'll get a 2/2 next turn. So here's be an interesting test, because here's this position where definitely Spectral Procession would have been a lot better. However, there'd be a lot of games where this would be better. You know, against sweepers, this is much better. So kind of interesting. Another Remand. Ugh. Okay, so still have the Desperate Ritual. Yeah, kind of interesting to see. And so far, no difference, right? They would have remanded a Spectral Procession anyway, but it's maybe a little different here because I could have played Procession for 3 and left up Ghost Quarter. The reason I played the Ghost Quarter over the Swamp is I probably want to play Vent next turn, and I'd like to have the Ghost Quarter out. Although at this point it really doesn't matter, they've got all the mana they need. Alright, this is interesting. If this resolves, it's very, very, very good. I think it's much more impactful than the Sorin. Yeah. And if they want a Grape Shot, kill it for 1, that's fine. Cool. Alright, so unless they go off exactly this turn, we're going to be in really great position, which they might be. If they do have Past, if this is a Past in Flames. Oh, empty the ones. Yikes. Yeah, that's not terrible. We do have the Vent, which is interesting. So 5, 6 mana. I cannot do this and Vent. This, discard a land, keep Sorin. Well, they have no cards in hand, so it's really, I don't think there's any way of keeping Lily alive. So I can Sorin plus he goes to 4. I can't kill him. I can give Lily 1 more point. Or I can start finish. Yeah, I think I just gotta use my mana a little bit better. And I'll just discard the land so that they have to attack Liliana with 1 more token. If they want to kill her. Though, I guess having them attack into a start to finish would be kind of a blowout. But they're really just trying to stall here. They don't care that much about those tokens. They're trying to draw a Gifts Ungiven or Past in Flames. Yeah, I mean, I think they have to attack. Letting me keep an active Liliana is not smart. And I guess they have to attack all 4 into her. Because they don't know I don't have a Fatal Push or a Path to Exile in my hand. Yep. And he's a -2. Okay. Ooh, they're gonna go 3 and 1. Again, obviously Spectral Procession would have been way better in this exact situation, but all at Sorin? What is in their hand? Grave Shot and kill the Sorin? Ugh. That's pretty bad. Whatever it is going to be very, very good. They have 2 rituals in there and a Manamorphose. Yikes. They can empty the Warrens again, huh? Yeah, I feel like Empty the Warrens is their best bet. Sure. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 10 tokens. Alright. Really need a Lingering Souls here. Wow. Yeah, they got their Past in Flames, that's for sure. Oh, right. 12 tokens. I guess they could Gifts Ungiven. I'd be fine with Gifts Ungiven. Huh? Whoa. No way. Jeez. That's crazy. 16 tokens. That's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Remand. I guess they can't remand Grave Shot when they flashed it back. Because then I think it would still get exiled, so. Yeah, that's fine. I assume they're killing all my planeswalkers and me. Yeah. This is not as bad, I don't think. So if they had 16 tokens out, they would have won. I mean, they would have killed my planeswalkers the following turn. What? They had mana for both? Oh. Alright, that's game over then. Oh boy. This is not our day, everybody. This is not our day. Okay, well. I don't think these decks play Pyretic Ritual anymore. Definitely want Rest in Peace. Definitely want Surgical. Liliana's great, Soul's great, Bitter Blossom's good. Virtue is something we can shave. I think this is too slow. I want to keep the path for their creatures, but I think this is too slow. I think Bitter Blossom's probably too slow. I think Champion's too cute, because if they're going off, like I'll gain life on my own creatures. Obviously, if they empty the warrants, then it's done anyway. Gaining 1 life just buys me a turn. I think I need the pass. Like those creatures are so good for them. Want all the discard, including brutalities, including Rest in Peace. Liliana's great. On all the token makers, and I think I probably want to keep the start finish. Makes tokens and it kills their creatures. Brutality also kills their electromancers. I didn't mind this Sorin. Something that makes tokens better is probably good. I think we can do that. And do we want a Damnation for that? Or do we want to keep our clock as fast as possible? I think maybe Bitter Blossom's just not good enough. Let's try that. I think I do want the Damnations. More and more again, this might just be, this might just be too small of a sample size. Decent hand here. But I feel like Storm used to be all grape shots and Empty the Warrens was the secondary plan. But with these gifts deck, they're much more value oriented, and I've seen them a lot more often just go off with Empty the Warrens. Because if they're going off for real, it's kind of the same thing as far as, if they get their storm count high enough to Warrens or grape shots, I think they run even split. But I've seen them much more often, with a storm count of 4 or 5, just go for the Empty the Warrens, and then they went off that. Getting 8 to 10 1/1 tokens is going to beat almost any deck in 2 turns. So they're starting to, and especially if it allows them to go off, a couple turns sooner than if they needed a storm count of 12. So I think for that reason, I'm going to keep in those. Keep those Damnations in. Three rituals? 4? What are they doing? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Case in point. So we gotta do some math here. If I have a couple tokens next turn, a couple tokens the following turn, I really need an intangible virtue. They attack me, 8 get through. Go to 11. Flashback. 6 get through, I go to 5. I think I just want to hit one with it. I think it'll save me probably 3 damage, which could be a full turn. They're kind of empty-handed now, so if I can deal with this, be in decent shape. Path, Bitter Blossom. Take 8, go to 11. Following turn, I'll have a token and a Sorin out that they can kill. Give me a turn. I think that's just my late game plan. Bitter Blossom. Tell you what, I'd kill for a Damnation though. Quad Ritual into Empty the Warrens. Huh. Like I said, I need to start bringing Zealous Persecutions back into this deck. I used to run those a lot when this was more of a token aggro deck. Zealous Persecution was pretty good. It was great against elves and affinity, and made you just trade off the whole board against merfolk and zoo. But it does nothing really against Death Shadow, and it's still great against affinity, and it does really nothing against the kind of blue-white or Jeskai control decks. So this deck has gone much grindier. Deal. If they have exactly remand, I'll be real annoyed. Cool. So now we need like a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition or something. Go Bitter Blossom, Souls, next turn Sorin, get in there. Go like that. Okay. We're gonna have 6, which is good. Keep up Path. And I'm gonna wait till, yeah, I'm gonna let them respond. Or I want to respond to them rather than the other way around. I think I made a mistake acting first when I was hitting their Electromancer. Because then they could keep casting instants before the path resolved, but in this case, not so much. Awesome. That was huge. Alright, let's take their counter spell out, if they have one. Past in Flames, huh? Alright. Well, can't really play around it. They're gonna pretty much get me anyway. I mean, you cast all their rituals. I guess they need a land, huh? Because they can't cast the first ritual after they passed in Flames. I didn't think about that. That's great. Grave Shot, sure. Good. option. They're gonna go off, and then I'm only dealing them 6 in the air next turn. Maybe I could have made a Sorin token, but I don't know if that was worth it. I think getting in there for an extra 3 lifelink was better. Manamorphose, if they draw a land, they've got it. But they were 1 short as of now. Obviously their Baral would have let them go off, which is why it's pretty good that we got it when we did. Glad we didn't use that second path to exile. Okay, tap land. So we do have a Grape Shot. So I need a Thoughtseize or a no wait, or are they just dead? Yeah, they're just dead. Alright, never mind. Cool. That's right, it was 6 in the air if they could block the Shambling Net. But not there. Okay. So, as we saw, I'm keeping in Damnations, although they may think twice about their Damnation plan. If, or sorry, about the tokens plan, now that they know I brought in Damnations, but I don't know that that's such a bad thing. Like I said, I think I need all the Surgicals and discard spells, Lilianas. It's the threats that become interesting. The threat to interaction ratio, which we've talked about in this deck. 20 interactive spells here, which is great. But I need to be able to put them on a clock. So I think getting creatures out there faster is good. Sorry, 22 interactive spells. And I guess if I'm going on the Damnation plan, then I need all the token. Like Bitter Blossoms are better on the draw, so it's a little less exciting there. And then it's Virtue or Sorins, basically. And I think, again, well, I mean, the lifelink's pretty huge, but I think if they're going to go off, they're going to go off anyway, so I may just want to make my creatures 2/2s. It's better against the Grape Shots and against their tokens. And I'll just leave 1 Sorin as another, it's basically an intangible virtue that also makes tokens. Yeah, it feels weird to take out life gain, but I don't think that's what it's about. It really is a matter of just stalling them out. And the virtue wins just as much. I don't know that. Yeah, unless it does come down to life gain in a way. And it's really risky leaving in Bitter Blossom with without Sorin. But I don't know that it's about just gaining the life. I think they can go off enough with Grape Shot anyway. Wow, this hand would have been brutal for them. Alright, this is playable. No more land. So the Surgical will be very interesting. And I think I unfortunately need to fetch Shock Thoughtseize. I need all the white sources. And with surgical also might be tough. Ooh, okay. So next turn they play Electromancer. And if it looks like they can cast the Empty the Warrens next turn somehow, then I'll take it. Otherwise, I want to save the damage and actually pay mana for this. But it is nice that Surgical will get the card out of their hand. Does make my Damnations obsolete, but so be it. Well, not really. I mean, it kills Brawls and Electromancers, but I think we're going to try to win off the back of Procession and Virtue. Yep. I don't think they have any free spells, so I think we're good here. So let's... Yeah, I don't want them to remand or anything this Surgical, so let's just do that. So it's Ritual. Pieces of the Puzzle. Interesting. That's some spicy stuff. Get that, and then thing interesting here: Electromancer, Brawl, Gifts, Echoing Truth. Okay, so I get my tokens that way. It's good to know. 2 Passion Flames, Rituals, Vision, Sleight of Hand. How many Grape Shot? 3 Grape Shots. All right, so we're still dead to their Grape Shot plan. Which is tough, but I still think this is the right play. I wasn't going to hold the Surgical for, for some time where they try to go off, because I think they would have enough with Ritual and to empty the Warrens. Plus Pieces of the Puzzle, because next turn they, that costs 1, that's some 2 mana, that costs 2, Warrens cost 3, so I think this was correct. So Ritual, Pieces, Vents. Yeah, and annoyingly this doesn't, when you Surgical Extraction, it doesn't show up, their hand doesn't show up here. So that's why I keep this open. Just gotta remember they have that Pieces of the Puzzle. Would have liked to take away the Electromancer, but so be it. Whoa. Alright, so we'll see what goes in their graveyard. Well, they got their Grape Shots. And so they let a Grape Shot go, Pyretic go, and an Electromancer go, and they played a Steam Vent. So that's their hand right now, plus an unknown card. Oh, well, that's great. Alright, I know I'm doing this. And then I think this is all their win conditions now. Cool. And the Brawl Ritual Gifts. No other win condition? Just creatures? Just bad creatures? Okay. Should be game, basically. I don't see any other burn spells or anything that they could piece together a win. I'm gonna take one hit from Electromancer, play the Virtue, and we're off to the races. Yep. The most desperate of rituals. Yep. Don't know what they can do. Because I don't think they can even kill my tokens. Or I guess they can with yeah, Echoing Truth. So if I put, so let's go in the graveyard. And then if I do that, they will eventually Past in Flames. Yeah, I guess they could beat me down with Electromancer if I really draw nothing. So Ritual gets them the Past in Flames now. Manamorphose nets them a mana and draws them a card, which that extra mana pays for the extra there, but it does draw them a card, so I think they can. That was well done by my opponent. So we can go Ritual. Yeah, we could die to Electromancer if we have really bad draws. They have that Brawl too. So it brings it to a 4-turn clock. Oh wow, it means I can cast all these things now. Didn't think about that. But they do only have the one Echoing Truth, so that's the end of their interaction outside of that. Means like a Lingering Souls or anything gets me there. This is where Bitter Blossom would be really bad. Could actually lose this game. Despite what you see here with the Surgical on Grapeshot and Empty the Warrens. Wow. Yeah, could lose this. Damnation wins. Because then I have just a better chance of drawing creatures than they do. Yeah, this is interesting. This is where I love Sorin, obviously. Yeah, do the same thing. Go get rid of that, and I don't want them to cast this twice. So for those of you guys interested in Storm, this is a lesson on Storm right now, because they they're going off to, again, it doesn't really change anything. I kind of just have to Echoing Truth my tokens and then hope they can win. Which again, given my hand, is doable. The only downside to Virtue is it doesn't do anything on its own. And if I get the choice, I will definitely double block the Electromancer, since the tokens don't do anything anyway. Past ritual. Kind of over this here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not going to deck themselves or timeout, really. Like, this game's not going to last that long. It just really comes down to what I can draw here. Kind of just has to be another procession. Yeah, they don't have any other Echoing Truths. They are having fun, though. Maybe looking for another Electromancer? That would make sense, I guess. Just look for more creatures. So, Path would be good, Start Finish would be excellent. Damnation would win. Okay. Let me do this now. And I probably want to take another hit. So I can cast the Virtue. I think that's correct. Again, they can't burn me out. At this point, I don't know that I can even bother playing a Bitter Blossom. So that'd be a pretty bad draw. Okay. And I don't know that I need to cast Start Finish, or sorry, to cast Finish to kill anything. It can't interact anyway. I don't remember seeing anything else that they had that could interact in any way with my tokens, so I'm just going to be blocking. I think we're okay here. Gladly trade with Electromancers. Well, again, they can't really deal me any damage, so this makes me need to draw something in a few turns. So take 2, go to 3, keep a token, and I have to draw something. And again, I would trade, and I would have 3 more turns. If I trade, I have 4 more turns. Yeah, and they can't play another Brawl. So if they drew one, because he's legendary, I don't want to. Yeah. Again, this doesn't change anything. Didn't see how many remands they had. Okay, we're good. Didn't want to give them another look at it. At this point, 13 cards left in their library. I don't see any Brawls in here. It's their last Electromancer. So, happy enough to trade and block. There was 2 really good draws though with start finish. And like I said, they are now out of Electromancers, and Brawl is legendary, so I think we are officially done here. Now they're getting close to decking themselves. What a crazy, crazy game. So, all right, yeah, we would have been in trouble for a while. Vent would have been good, but too late. Yeah. All right, there's the first one. Let's keep it up.